Well, folks, thank you for your time out of your busy schedule to learn about how scheduling software can help boost your revenue and increase conversion rates with our seamless payment processing integration. And we're excited to introduce our new and improved AP Merchant Services. And my name is Kendall Matthews, Director of Marketing and Communication. And we have a great 30-minute call lined up. We're going to talk about how to streamline operations by accepting payments through AppointmentPlus platform. Number two, we're going to talk about how to accept payments for not only appointments, but also for packages and products. And then another third point we're talking about is the benefits of capturing a client's credit card data to hold an appointment. And the speakers for today are going to be Sean Riederman. He's going to talk about our scheduling software integration. And then John Barnwell is going to be talking about the AP Merchant Services and the integration from that. Next, I'll go ahead and ask some of the frequently asked questions, and some people have already been sending some questions in. And you can also, if you have a Twitter account, you can send us questions at #APMerchant and send us any questions on Twitter. We have someone monitoring that right now. And you also can go to our website that talks a little bit more about this process, and that's appointment-plus.com/merchant services. And that website will have more information about what we offer with our Appointment Plus platform as well. But first, I'd like to introduce Sean Riederman. He's our knowledge base manager, and he's going to talk about the scheduling software integration. Sean, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Kendall. Thank everyone for joining the call today. If you haven't looked into payment processing through Appointment Plus yet, or you're not currently using Appointment Plus to schedule your appointments and process payments, I just want to talk a little bit about that and talk about the key benefits that can help you guys and your businesses streamline the payment process, help you boost your revenue, and overall improve your client's experience. So I just want to talk on 3 key benefits. The first one is going to be integrated point of sale. Appointment Plus is not only for appointment processing, but it's also going to let you have an integrated point of sale plugin. The second point I want to make is about the payment processing for more than just appointments. It's actually going to let you process payments for appointments and events and other things as well. So I want to talk about that as well. And then the third point is the prompt but don't process, or credit card capture feature that we're offering now. So I just want to talk about those 3 benefits, just give a quick summary of each one of those, tell you a little bit about how they work with our new Merchant Services division here. So one key question we get a lot is about the point of sale integration that we have. What is point of sale integration? What does that do? Well, essentially, that is a tool that gives you the ability to process the credit card payments and run sales reports in your Appointment Plus account. But also it's going to give you the option to edit your sales transactions and do things like print custom receipts, set up your tax rates, and you can do that for products and services as well. One really key benefit is the option to set up coupon codes and apply discounts to your sales transactions. So that's one of the really popular features. We get a lot of questions about it as well, because let's say you promote your business through one of those deal of the day sites, like the most popular one right now I think is Groupon. You can actually take the codes that are generated through Groupon and upload those right to your Appointment Plus account and let customers redeem their discounts when they're scheduling online. So that's one of the key benefits of using a point-of-sale integration. And it gives you quite a bit there. It's also going to give you the option to run reports. You have all your sales reports and all that statistical information right there at your fingertips when you process payment through Appointment Plus. So what can you process payments for? Well, Appointment Plus is really designed to process payments for appointments and events. You know, anything from a one-on-one meeting to a group appointment like a class or a seminar. But now you can also process payments for things like packages, gift certificates, and products, whatever that might be for your business. So any kind of administrative user in Appointment Plus now can bundle multiple items with our point-of-sale plugin, and they can do things like apply tips, discounts. They can apply multiple tax rates to a single transaction. So it's a huge benefit to be able to do that right inside Appointment Plus. It saves a lot of time when you're already there, you're already scheduling the appointments and marking your appointments as completed and sending out notifications, but you can also take care of the payment processing as well. So a really good example of this might be, you know, a customer at a hair salon. If they're scheduling an appointment to get their hair cut and they want to add extra products like shampoos, conditioners, things like that when they're checking out after they get their hair cut, they can go ahead and apply extra products to their overall transaction. So that's a huge benefit. You can actually add all those products and services directly in Appointment Plus. Another example, maybe a personal trainer has an offering for a reduced rate for sessions if you purchase a package of training sessions. Instead of really just paying for individual appointments, go ahead and buy a package and save $10 per session, something like that. It's going to give you the ability to do that, not only let them purchase appointments individually, but buy a whole package of appointments. And also, customers can purchase gift certificates online. They can automatically have those certificates emailed to themselves or emailed out to their friends or their family. So Appointment Plus now offers the ability to not just process payments for your appointments and events, but also for additional items like packages, gift certificates, and any kind of products that your business offers. The last point I want to touch on is how you can collect any kind of payment information that you want to require them to enter when they're making their appointment online, but not actually process the payment until the time of the service is completed. So that might not apply to every single business out there. I definitely understand that. But for any business that's having a hard time charging their customers, applying late fees, cancellation fees, things like that, or if you have to go back and forth canceling or issuing refunds to your customers, this is a really good option for you that you might want to look into. Basically, it's just a setting in Appointment Plus. If you have an Appointment Plus account, it's really easy to turn it on, just a couple seconds to do that. And essentially what it starts to do here is require your customers to enter their payment information, but it doesn't necessarily require them to process the payment when they make their appointment. So you can basically prompt them for their information, securely link that to their record in your Appointment Plus account, and then use that later on to process the payment for their appointment, add products to it, things like that. So essentially what happens in our system is the credit card numbers are going to be stored in your merchant account, and they're going to be linked into your Appointment Plus account. So it's going to eliminate a lot of security risks because the information is not necessarily stored in Appointment Plus, but it's securely linked to your customer records. The actual credit card's not necessarily visible to your staff, so it's very secure, but it's very useful when you want to require your customers to enter their payment information, and essentially they can reserve their appointment. If you need to process that payment after the service is completed or after you apply extra products to it, for example, you can go ahead and do that. So a good example of that might be a chiropractor's office. Maybe they have a patient no-show for an appointment, and they still want to process a payment, maybe a cancellation fee, with the information they collected when the patient scheduled online. So they can definitely do that. Maybe there's some kind of late fee or a small fee for not showing up or not canceling in time. But in general, a huge benefit to most businesses is to essentially use this feature to require their customers to add their credit card information to reserve their appointment or reserve the time when they register for an event. So that's essentially one of the main benefits for a lot of companies out there that need that type of service to require payment information without necessarily processing it right away. If you don't have an Appointment Plus account, you can go ahead and sign up for a free trial account. It's really simple to go ahead and activate the payment processing in your account. There's going to be a marketplace in Appointment Plus that you'll see, and you can go ahead and turn on the credit card processing. You can turn on the point of sale option, and you can turn on the prompt but don't process the credit card capture feature that I was just referring to. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to John now. He's going to talk a little bit about the benefits of using Appointment Plus Merchant Services Division. Go ahead, John.
Thanks, Sean. Hello, everybody. Again, my name is John, and I'm just going to go over a few things to why this is such a great solution for anybody's business when they are requiring appointments that help run their business and accepting payments. When I've been in the industry for over 6 years, and choosing a credit card merchant services provider is a very big decision for a business owner. They want to have the right provider that has the right tools and has the right price to help run their business. And the great thing about Appointment Plus Merchant Services is that it's a turnkey solution, and you're just dealing with one provider. You're dealing with a provider that can handle your credit card processing. You're dealing with a provider that owns their own gateway, and you're dealing with a provider that totally integrates with the appointment software that you currently use or hopefully will be using. Another great benefit about merchant services with Appointment Plus is that you have a dedicated rep that is joined to your account. So you're not dealing with a 1-800 number. You're dealing with somebody that you can contact via office, cell phone, and email and help handle your account and kind of give you an education and a processing kind of 101 to educate you on, why you're taking credit cards and what you're paying for. Other than just integrating with your payments via online, there's a couple different ways where we can help you out. You can have your clients schedule an appointment and pay right there on your website. You can also have the software set up to where you can pay at point of sale as well. And there's a couple other things that we also do offer. I've run across this with salons in particular. You may use the appointment software just for appointments, but you may also need a point of sale, such as you've seen, a lot of business these days have point of sale through their iPad, and we have a product called First Pay POS that can help you with all your tracking and inventory. We also have basic terminals as well, if that's something you need for your business. And another point, too, is businesses these days are highly mobile, and that is another great option that we also offer, where you can link your smartphone up with a swiper and run your business if you're on the go. The main reason, I want to focus on here is the whole turnkey aspect of what AppointmentPlus Merchant Services can provide. You're going to be dealing with one company that has records of everything that you're going to be doing through your processing services, and that's the great part about having a turnkey solution. Kendall, did you want to follow up with anything?
Yeah, I have a couple questions that came in.
Sure.
And one of the questions was, and let me make sure I'm reading this right. It says, do I need to change banks, and what is your rate?
No, you do not need to change banks. A lot of people think banks do credit card processing, but they normally just outsource to credit card processors to handle that. So that's one point I did leave off. As far as setup goes, it's a very easy process. And to go back to the banking, all we would need is a voided check for where you need the funds deposited, and then where we can take out the processing fees at the end of the month. But the setup is very easy. All we need is a basic business information, a federal tax ID, and a voided check for where you need the funds deposited, and then we'll have one of our representatives go through the application process, which usually only takes about 24 to 48 hours to get approved, and then you're up and running. So it's a very easy process as well.
Okay. This question is for Sean. It says, can we process payments internally without using the option to let customers pay online?
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I probably didn't touch on there was the fact that you can set this up to process payments, internally and through the customer view, but also if maybe you just want to process payments for packages or just process payments for gift certificates, not necessarily offer the option to process payments online for appointments, you can do that as well. But we have a lot of customers that don't even let clients book online or let their patients book online or schedule online at all. So, if you're just doing the scheduling, or you have receptionists booking for you and you just want to do the payment processing internally, yeah, that's definitely fine. We can handle that. No problem.
Okay. Here's another question for you, Sean. Is there an option to search for customers' payment history in AppointmentPlus?
Yeah, definitely. Like I mentioned, the point of sale option is going to give you the option to run reports. So you always have all that payment history available to you in the sales reports, and you can customize those reports. But you can also go into each client's record, and you can look up their individual payment history. You can see all their past payments, just like you can see their past appointments. It's going to be very similar, but it's going to be payment information as opposed to appointment details.
And the next question that came in that I received before was, can we use AppointmentPlus, John, Merchant Services, to accept payments outside of the United States?
Yes, you can. Any type of international cards are always accepted. And then in the next quarter, we are actually working on Canadian, taking Canadian accounts and transactions through Canadian banks. So that is definitely coming in the future. And we also have on our schedule is to expand into the European and Australian market.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank everybody for being on our call, talking about the AppointmentPlus Merchant Services Division and what we're doing to rolling things out. We're going to have more information coming out about the fixes, about the changes, and about making sure that everything that we're doing is going to make sure that you're going to be able to receive the funds and the opportunities that you're looking for in your business. You go ahead and have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.